of someone who actually understands that, guess what? It's not just that area that's Zone C. The entire dunya is actually Zone C. The entire world is actually Zone C. It's just that we operate under an illusion that our houses are somehow more secure and that we have an entitlement. And whether we like it or not, we buy into this idea, this framework, this global framework, that if you live in a certain part of the world or you hold a certain document, you're more entitled to safety and security and rights than other people. We benefit from that, living in the United States of America. But the whole world is actually Zone C. And the way that that man approached it is actually incredible, because in reality, he is not a slave to his home, whereas so many of us become enslaved to our possessions, to the things that we think we occupy, to the things that we think we own. I was looking at a couple in Gaza, and you might have seen the weddings in the refugee camp. I mean, I was watching it, and I couldn't stop watching it. And it was, to be honest with you, a welcome break from the beheaded children from these bombs. And I'm looking at them, forcing a smile on their face, and they still have that buzz of the drone right over them. And you know that at any point, that drone could be an airstrike. I mean, what is the chance of you even living to see the next day? Forget about living to see the next stage of your wedding, your honeymoon, or having your first child, or whatever that is. What do you actually look forward to? But subhanAllah, they put the camera on the young man, and he had the most beautiful smile on his face, the smile of a groom that you would have in any other place in the world. And he said that we in Gaza have always lived in prison. It's just that the prison guards have become more violent. We were never operating under the illusion that we are free. We were never operating under the illusion that we have another day to look forward to, or we have another moment to look forward to. That's an indictment of the rest of us. But it shows you that that mindset has given them something. That, you know what, they don't operate with the false sense of security that so many of us do. We just witnessed the tragedy of the murder of an American Muslim, Aisha Noor, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on her. By the way, she died coming out of Jum'ah. She was murdered coming out of Jum'ah in Palestine last week. I made the announcement here on Friday about her death. She was murdered coming out of Jum'ah in Palestine. May Allah accept her as a shaheed, forgive her for all of her shortcomings, and may Allah Azza wa Jal elevate her. Allahumma ameen. Now, her blood is not more precious than every other Palestinian that's been martyred in this genocide. But I want you to think about this. For how long have those of us who have that American passport, and I actually thought about bringing my American passport and holding it up in front of you, how long have we operated under this illusion that this document gives us any real source of security or protection? Because the reality is that if you're an American, Israel can kill you, and America will fund the murder and then defend the murder and make sure there are no consequences for the murder. Maybe that document wasn't what you thought it was. Maybe that citizenship wasn't what you thought it was. The idea of free speech, the securitization under every single administration, especially George Bush onwards. The government has been shutting down organizations, targeting individuals. I've got my American passport. It means nothing when they actually start to target you, but there's this illusion of freedom, this illusion of security that we have with that oh so treasured document. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't use every single legal instrument to insist on the full rights of being an American citizen if we have that passport, and then using it for the benefit of those who undoubtedly, collectively, are in a worse situation. But what it does mean is that, you know what, a little bit of that security has been shaken. Maybe I'm not as protected as I thought I was. Because this government has directly droned and killed Americans, has directly bombed Americans, and is in an ongoing fashion defending the murder of Americans overseas. Maybe it doesn't mean what I thought it meant, and you know what? Alhamdulillah, that's good.